Well, what do you think you know about government grants to pay rent and utilities is probably wrong. It is what I know is probably wrong because it changes every day. And I study this stuff 24/7 for the last 30, 40, 50 years, whatever the hell it is. Yep. But now there's, see, last year, a year and a half ago, they gave out gazillion dollars to rental assistance to every state, county, and everything in the country. And now they were moving that around all the time. So some counties and some states ran out of money, and then they got it from somewhere else. And then the federal government would take some money that wasn't being used in a state and put it somewhere else. So what was happening at that local level, that you were running out of money, and you'd call up and they said, no more money. And then next month there'd be more money. And even though COVID, programs are, getting on the downside now and running out, there's states that like here's a state, Idaho, they have money, but they say, oh, we're going to run out by the end of this year. But wait, we're going to get more next year. So when you call them up and say, oh, no, we're not taking any more applications, that doesn't mean it's over there. They have to wait for the state to give them approval. This is a bunch of funny federal money that Idaho got, but the state government has to approve it for them to give it out. So they're closing the applications, and they have to sit and wait for the state legislature, their local elected officials, to decide, oh yeah, so it's okay to spend it. It's like $50 million or whatever. So a lot of people are really going to get help. So that's why you will call these organizations and find out that, oh no, there's no money, but that doesn't mean there's no money. You have to dig a little harder. Okay, how do you dig harder? First of all, you have to call back later and say, hey, you change your mind or anything, or call an elected official, because they'll know more about what's, they're voting on. See, the bureaucrats answering the phone, they just know today what I have to do, and somebody's going to tell them something different tomorrow. They don't have the planning issue in their mind at all, because they don't share it with everybody. They don't even know what the hell they're doing, But they do know that they have money. They have to figure out how to get to people. Okay, so that's one thing. The other thing to do is first go to this ncsha.org. This is a National Association of Housing Authorities. And at that website, you could find out all the housing authority for every state in the United States. You call your state and say, hey, is there any more rent money there? Okay. Now they'll tell you yes or no. And then the other question, you say, hey, are you going to get more? Is there a possibility to get more? Who do I talk to to see if there's more? If they don't know what the hell you're talking about, that's fine. I mean, everybody has their own jobs to do. Then you call your elected official, because they're the ones that make the laws to decide. So it's your state elected officials. And that's when you go to commoncause.org, and find out there. Okay, now that's just a start. So if that becomes no, you're not out of the game yet. There's more. But wait, there's more. Like in the infomercials they used to have. But wait, there's more. You want steak knives with this? We'll give you some steak knives. But no, there is more, because there's also other county programs, local programs, state programs that are there every year. There's always been rental assistance in every state, every location, but people don't know. Even down payment for what do you call it? Money, for deposit money, things like that. So that's always been around, and it still is. So you have to find that. How do you find that? You go to findhelp.org, and you put in rent, or you put in utilities, because all the rent money usually has utilities with it. The federal program has utility money with it. The state programs may or may not have utilities money for it. So on the federal programs, like the ncsha.org, all those organizations that give out grants there for rent also gives out grants to pay utilities. So that's what you want to do. Now, when you go local and that is dry and you're not sure if it's coming more in next year, because like in Idaho, they're going to have money till next March or even April. So, you got 4 more months at least to get money there. And that's from the federal program that's going to go away. Okay. Now there's still the state program. So what you do is you go to that 211.org or findhelp.org. You put in rent, you put in utilities, and you start calling those offices to see if they have help. If they don't, you ask them who else would have. Because you could have 10, 20 offices in your state that are doing it. I mean, they all do the same thing. They just get money from different sources, so they all have money. You got to track it down. There's never just one source for anything. So remember that. And let the source be with you. This is what we do at letsgohelp.com. We show you all the alternatives. And so you could apply for every government grant you're eligible for. We also give training. We have live video training, grant training sessions, 3-4 days a week, on live video training. We give out our own grants, $60,000 a year now. We've given out over $500,000. I can't believe it, man. If I had $500,000, well, I guess I did. But we gave it to members because they're the ones who made us profitable by joining. So we give the money back to members. We give out free computers too, because a lot of people you can't get the best out of these grants if you don't have a laptop or something like that. So people using their phone could apply for one of our free computers. So lots of stuff, and the members help each other. That's the best thing, man. I love that part. So let us help you too.